Alright, so we're going to do question 2 in workshop 2 for negotiation and market strategy. So in these questions, you are given two firms, again Sony and Nintendo. So each of the firm has to decide on a new platform for its new generation of games. Okay, so in a normal form game that is given to you in the following table, the first payoff is for Sony and the second payoff is for Nintendo. Okay, so and the question asking you what is Sony's preferred outcome and what is the preferred outcome for Nintendo, and what is going to be the Nash equilibrium or equilibrium of the game. Okay, so we got two firms, each of them decide on either using platform 1 or platform 2. Okay, and we try to find the equilibrium of the game. So it's just going to be a simultaneous game. So in order to find a Nash equilibrium, we will just have to find the optimal or the best strategies for the players given the strategy chosen by the other player. Okay, so just like what we did in the previous question. Alright, so I am going to do for Sony first. Okay, so we try to find the optimal strategy for Sony given the strategies chosen by Nintendo. Alright, so again we will be asking ourselves if Nintendo is going to choose platform 1, what is going to be the optimal strategy for Sony. Okay, right, so I will just over here choose it. Okay, okay, so instead of writing platform 1, I just use P1. Okay, so indicate here P1, P2. Alright, so similar P1, P2. Alright, just to save me just writing over and over again. So if Nintendo is choosing platform 1, the optimal strategy for Sony okay is going to be what? So if we're looking back at our table over here, Nintendo choosing platform 1, we are basically looking at the first column of the table. Okay, and Sony will have two options, either going with platform 1 as well and get 20, or going with platform 2 and get 8. Okay, so in this case 20 is better than 8, so I put a star here to indicate that is the optimal strategy for Sony. Okay, so optimal strategy for Sony is to go with platform 1 as well. Alright, now if Nintendo is choosing platform 2, what is going to be the optimal strategy for Sony? So we're basically looking at the second column of the table over here, and Sony by choosing platform 1 is going to get 5, choosing platform 2 is going to get 30. Now 30 is definitely better than 5, so the optimal strategy for Sony is going to go with platform 2. Okay, so as you can see, Sony was just following whatever Nintendo was choosing. They are going to choose exactly the same platform. Alright, so this is called a coordination game because the two firms are going to prefer to use the same platform. Alright, so we're going to find the optimal strategy for Nintendo now. Alright, so again we'll be asking ourselves if Sony is choosing platform P1, choosing platform 1, what is going to be the optimal strategy for Nintendo? Okay, so optimal strategy is going to be, so if Sony choosing platform 1, we're looking at the first row of the table. Okay, now Nintendo is going to have two options, either going with platform 1 as well and get 20, or going with platform 2 and get 7. Okay, remember the second payoff is the payoff for Nintendo. So 20 is better than 7, so therefore Nintendo is going to choose platform 1 as well. Alright, so it's P1. Now if Sony decided to go with platform 2, the optimal strategy for Nintendo, as you can see, we are looking at the second row over here, in which Sony is choosing platform 2, and Nintendo, by choosing platform 1, is going to get 2, choosing platform 2 is going to get 30. 30 is better than 2, so I got so the optimal strategy for Nintendo in this case is to go with platform 2. Alright, so this is basically confirmed what I said before. The two firms are going to choose the same platform because that is going to give them a better payoff. Alright, so this is called a coordination game in which the two firms are choosing to do the same thing. Okay, so therefore the equilibrium or equilibria. Now, as we know, the equilibrium is going to be the cell that including two stars in it. So this and this is going to be the equilibria. Okay, so we got equilibria is for the two firms to choose platform 1 together. Okay, or for the two firms to choose platform 2. Okay, so if one choosing platform 1, the other one is going to choose platform 1. If one choosing platform 2, the other one better off choosing platform 2 as well. Okay, so this is called the coordination game. Alright, in which the two firms choose the same thing. Okay, now which equilibrium is preferred by Sony and which equilibrium is preferred by Nintendo? So if you're looking at this, if it happened to be the first equilibrium in which two firms are choosing platform 1, Sony is going to get 20 and Nintendo is going to get 20. Alright, so each of the firms going to get 20. Now if they're choosing platform 2, and each of them is going to be better off. Okay, so both of them is going to be better off and each of them is going to get 30. So therefore both Sony and Nintendo is going to prefer outcome 2, which is platform 2. Okay, so I said both Sony and Nintendo prefer P2 and P2. Okay,